What's up, everybody? Welcome to Crosstalks Movies of the Week. This week, I'm going to be going over the Fantastic Four, doing a little review on it, and I'm going to go over the box office numbers of the week and the upcoming movies of this upcoming week. So be sure to stay tuned, check that out, and let's get to it. I liked all of it, or I'm sorry, I liked all of them and him as well. This particular Reed Richards that they did, he does a good job playing this kind of character. It reminded me a lot of his character from The Last of Us, where he's kind of always teary eyed. He's got this sorrow look on his face, kind of this like melancholy vibe. And I think he played it well. They just didn't really expand in the movie too much on why he's like that. And what I would have liked to have seen would have led to a completely different movie. I'm going to be doing that, talking about that in my review of it that I hope to have out by tomorrow. So be sure to check out my review for Fantastic Four on my sub channel Crosstalks Movies. But what I wanted would have created a whole different subplot, a whole different thing, a whole different vibe to the movie itself. It would have been a little bit darker overall. And again, I'll go over that. When it comes to Ben Grimm, the Thing, I loved Ed Moss Baccarat as the Thing. I loved the character of the Thing too. He wasn't so down and sorrow and depressed on like, oh my god, I'm this rock guy. Like they did a good thing in the movie, having it progress 4 years within the first like 5-10 minutes to kind of let that part fade away. We've already seen that twice now. And so he's has embraced being the Thing now, and he owns it. Is he still sad? He's not normal like the rest of them. Yes, and they allude to that in the movie, but they don't make his whole character about that, and I like that quite a bit. Sue Storm, she was good. Vanessa Kirby, I mean, she's a good actress overall. I do think you could have almost thrown anybody into that kind of category, and they could do what Sue did in this movie. But I like the way that her powers look, like the reflective look of it. She is a little too strong, but not by much. Like it was believable in how she used her powers to the strength that she did. I won't do spoilers here, but I'll do spoilers in my review. So there's a believable element to it, but it's something that you have to internally think and kind of know about about women and mothers in general. So that is if you don't have that part of the thinking capability, then you're not gonna appreciate it. And so is she a little overpowered? Yes. Is it believable to an extent? Yes. So with that, but she also is not I mean, well, they kind of make her the most powerful one on the team, but she isn't. It's Reed. His most powerful power is his brain. And then her chemistry with Pedro was good. They were believable as well. They kind of add to that a little bit more in the press tour that they've been on. So they're good. I like them. And then Human Torch was probably my favorite of the movie. I think he stole the show. Joseph Quinn did a good job, and B, I like that they showed Johnny. Johnny's not a dimwit. He's not like he's smart. He's a scientist too, and he's really smart. And they didn't make him like the guy that consistently fucks up and ruins the team almost. They made him a guy who's like, hey, you're doing your thing. I have this idea over here, and I trust myself enough to do it, so I'm gonna go do it, and then I'll bring it to the team when it's ready and good and available. And he does. He doesn't look like a dummy at all. He's very smart, and they dive into that, and I like that quite a bit. And I like also too the chemistry with him, Johnny, and the Thing. They are like brothers. In the other movies, they're constantly at each other's throats. I love how in this one they're like brothers. So this one truly felt like a family that has its moments of arguments, but the overall aspect of them like being a loving family is the overall theme to the characters, whereas it's not let's try to become a family, which is kind of how the other older ones felt a little bit. um so that's it from the characters. Galactus was cool. I think he wasn't he was weaker, but I mean he wasn't cloud level weak, if you know what I'm talking about from the '07 movie. It wasn't like that per se, but it could have been a little bit stronger. I would have liked to see it again different I have a different idea of what they could have done in the movie as to how they fight and take him on, and the end result that is. But again, it kind of would have been a different movie at that point. Ralph Ineson, his voice is it's just perfect for Galactus. There's not much others that can have a voice like that for Galactus. The only other person would be the guy from The Severance. I don't know the character's name. I don't know the guy's name in real life. But if you see the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's got the super deep voice. The big guy with the beard. So that is good. The ship was cool. Silver Surfer wasn't bad. There's really a lot of people complain about about it not being Norrin Rad, the original Silver Surfer, and have it being Shia LaBeouf. I'm one of those people as well, and you could have had Norrin Rad in the spot of Shia LaBeouf, and it would have been the exact same situation. So I'm curious as to why they did Shia LaBeouf instead of Norrin Rad. But hopefully they're just saving them anyways for when everything comes to 616, and maybe they'll have both the Silver Surfers at once. Not too sure. 616, if you don't know, is the universe that most of the Marvel movies take place on. So there's that for the characters. My favorite part of the movie is the second act. There's minor spoilers here. They go up into space to fight Galactus, but they do that by traveling through a wormhole. And the visuals were just simply amazing. I loved them so much. And it reminded me a lot of Interstellar and 2001: A Space Odyssey. Reminded me a lot of that, and just I love space and I love like that sci-fi element, things like that. So it was really cool, that whole like middle like 30 minutes, 35, 40 minutes. I love that, and I could just watch that part of the movie on loop, and I would be happy. I wish there's a little bit more of that, but I understand it's very expensive, so you can't do that. Um, the first act, after seeing it twice, the first act is well paced. The first time I saw it, I felt for a movie that's less than 2 hours, it kind of dragged a little bit. At second viewing, the first act is much better paced. The third act, which kind of sucks, I would say it sucks that it isn't my favorite. So that's basically the battle, and that part is my least favorite part of the movie, unfortunately. But other than that, it's a good lead up to it. I'd give this I'd give this movie, when I went into seeing it a second time, I was thinking a high 7, low 8, and I'd probably give about an 8.3. I haven't decided yet in full, but I think I would give it an 8.3. I believe I gave Superman 8.5 or 7.9. I'll have to go back and check. And Superman, the reason why I say that is because these movies are very similar, but I don't know which one I like more of. There were things about Superman that made me want, like multiple things that made me want to go back and see it again, even though the overall story is kind of a mess. Whereas the only thing that makes me want to go back and see Fantastic Four multiple times again is that middle part of the movie, not a bunch of different parts from bunch of different places in the movie. So that's like the biggest thing for me as far as it comes to a rewatchability factor, which does take into my rating score. But with that, let me know in the comments, what do you guys rate Fantastic Four? Did you see it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? All that. What do you think about all the characters? And so on and so forth. So that's it for the Fantastic Four. That was the only thing that came out this week as far as big releases go. And so let's go ahead and get on to the box office real quick. And then hold on just one second. Okay. Getting into the box office of the week, we got, coming in first place is Fantastic Four: First Steps with 118 million. Okay, this is a little surprising. The projections were between 120 to 130, and it came in under projections. That's kind of crazy. Superman with a 57.5% drop in its third week, which is relatively good, 24.8 million. Jurassic World Rebirth in the top 3 in its fourth week at 13 million. F1 the movie still in the top 5 in its fifth week, 6.2 million. Go see F1. F1's a very good movie. Smurfs, I'm blown away. I'm surprised Smurfs is even in there. 5.4 million. I am shocked that families went to go see Smurfs over Superman and Fantastic Four, and that those two numbers aren't a bit higher. Number 6, I Know You Did Last Summer, 5.1 million in its second week with a 60% drop. That's pretty typical, but Uh, for the not so good reviews that movie has, that's a pretty decent drop. And Smurfs only dropping 51% is pretty good as well. But 60% for a movie that's not that big, and I know you did last summer, in its second week. Honestly, I personally I don't think it's that bad. Typically, 60 is like what like the bigger movies drop at. How to Train Your Dragon in seventh place with 2.8 million. That movie is also on digital now, so be sure to check that out if you'd like. Eddington in eighth place with 1.6 million in its second week. Oh Hi, the new Logan Lerman movie, and the girl from The Bear that plays Jeremy Allen White's girlfriend. I'm sorry, I don't know her name in real life, and I don't know her character name. If I saw the show again, I would know, but I haven't seen the show in forever. Anyways, Oh Hi, ninth place with 1.115 million. That's in its first weekend as well. So that came out this week with Fantastic Four. Just didn't have a wide release, I don't think. And in 10th place, The Home, which also came out this week. I believe that's a horror movie, but I haven't seen any trailers on it. I haven't seen anything on it. So the marketing push was not that good for that movie. But that movie rounded out your top 10. So let's go on to check out the worldwide numbers and see. Actually, let's see. Let's check out this international real quick. I can't tell if this is like this is what came in number. Okay, so well, I'm stupid. It says right there. Okay, so internationally, Japan, Demon Slayer. I believe that comes out this week in the States, but that was number one, making 37 million in Japan. Good for that one. Oh, this is all last weekend though. This is not. So these international numbers we won't know of this weekend until next weekend. Okay. Well, never mind then. Let's just check the worldwide numbers. That's stupid. Okay, worldwide. Number one, we got Nisa 2 with 1.8 billion, and then Lilo and Stitch with 1.01 billion. The only movie so far in the States to have crossed the billion. Minecraft, 955 million. It came so close. Its theatrical run is done. Jurassic World Rebirth in its third week, I believe, is at 718 million. So that, if it keeps up, it could get pretty close to the billion mark as well, considering it's only in its fourth week. How to Train Your Dragon, number 5, with 605 million. It's made the most out of the whole franchise, which is obviously only included the animation, but good for that movie. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning at 591 million, 591.9. So it's really close to getting 592. F1 the movie, 509 million. So it's like slowly creeping its way up. A lot of people were thinking that this movie was just going to kind of fall off after the first couple weeks, and it's still slowly creeping its way up there. Superman at number 8 with 502 million. It has officially crossed the 500 million mark in its second week. Number 9, Captain America: Brave New World at 415 million. Theatrical run is obviously done. Thunderbolts, 382 million, and its theatrical run is also already done. Fantastic Four. So this is that I only do the top 10, but Fantastic Four, because it opened, it's only at 218 million. Its international numbers were about just as bad as Superman from its first week. Superman's first week did not have a good, I think it had 90 million. Let's see. Let's check real quick. Okay, how do we check? Original release. Yeah, okay. They can't just say, okay, actually I know what to do. We'll do this. Okay, maybe we won't. Okay, I don't know how to figure that out, but I'm pretty sure Superman was right around 90 million. So Fantastic Four First Steps, not as high as I think a lot of people were expecting, and only 18 million more in the States. That's kind of crazy. The word of mouth is really good for this movie, and the projections were higher. So what happened? Did people not go out and see it a second time? Are people waiting, and they're gonna go do like a little double feature of Superman and Fantastic Four in a couple weeks when there's less people at the movies? We saw Smurfs was in, I believe, third place, so maybe they chose to go see Smurfs instead. Who knows? But I am very surprised. I thought from a global opening, this would have hit 250 easily. And I'm really surprised by these international numbers. The international audience is no longer showing up as often as they used to for these superhero movies. What's the international numbers now? 213. So it made quite its drop. I believe this is the drop. It was 42.4%. Its drop was quite a bit less than the States in its second week. So that's interesting that it went from around like 90. It was anywhere from 90 to 95 million. In international, and now it's at 213. So Superman has gone up, but it took 2 weeks to do that. I wonder if it'll be the same for Fantastic Four. So that is your box office. That's your worldwide box office of the movies that have made the most money so far this week. And be sure to let me know which in these top 10 or which movies in general did you like the best so far out of this year. And now we're going to go ahead and go over to the movies of the week coming up. So the upcoming movies of the week, I guess there's a BTS concert movie thing. Cool, I guess. A movie that I really want to see is Together. That comes out, I think it opens Wednesday and then worldwide Friday. And then we also have Bad Guys 2. So another family movie to compete with Smurfs, Superman, and Fantastic Four. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. And Bad Guys 2 got a lot of good word of mouth. She Rides Shotgun is a new Taron Egerton movie that I think looks really good as well. And the movie that I want to see most this week, The Naked Gun. It's another requel. It's a reboot sequel. And Liam Neeson plays Frank Drebin Jr. I just watched the first one for the first time the other day. And if you have your own copy, you have Paramount Plus, be sure to check out my sub-channel, Crosstalks Movies. Go to the live tab there and watch along with me for the very first time of seeing the original movie. And so that is it for this upcoming week. So let me know in the comments, what movies do you want to see this week when it comes to Together, Bad Guys 2, She Rides Shotgun, and The Naked Gun. And okay, that is it for me, guys. That's it for today. Well, thank you for joining in on Crosstalks Movies of the Week. I'll be back again. So unfortunately, I have to go back to working on Sunday evenings. So these are now going to come out as pre-recorded videos instead of lives. It is what it is. Hopefully one day I could get back to a place to where I don't have to work these Sunday evenings and I could do this live again. So again, with that, please be sure to keep liking, keep commenting, keep subscribing. So that way, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can make a career out of talking about movies. It's my favorite thing to do. I love going to the movies. I love, obviously, if I'm going on, I'm going to go watch. Even movies that I don't like, I'll try to find everything that I like about it just because I love the theatrical experience. I love movies themselves, and I love talking about movies, and I love interacting with others on what they thought about the movie, their likes and their dislikes. So please, again, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, push this into the algorithm. Go subscribe to my other channel, Crosstalks Movies, where you want to see, if you want to see all my full movie reviews, my live watch alongs. What I'll do there now is that because I hit over 100 subscribers every Wednesday, I will go ahead and I'll do a first time watch party reaction to a movie. So be sure to check that out Wednesday nights as well. And yeah, that is it. If you're watching this on Crosstalks Movies, thank you for watching this recorded version. And again, as I have said multiple times, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and keep doing so to push us into the algorithm. So hopefully one day I can make a career out of this. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.